In this short video, I will show you how an operator can enable SASL support on Axual platform with just a few changes. First of all, SASL support needs to be enabled for the different platform services by modifying your values YAML and upgrading the Helm charts accordingly. Instruction on how to do this for Broker, Discovery API, Schema Registry, Instance API and Management API can be found in our operations documentation. Secondly, using self-service, SASL support needs to be toggled on first on the tenant level, followed by the instance level. The supported authentication methods are configured tenant-wide, so they are configured in the tenant profile by going to Settings and then Tenant Profile. The operator can enable SASL as an authentication method and also determine the preference of the method. The preference will be visible for an application owner when they upload or generate credentials for their applications. I will now save the tenant configuration. The enabled authentication method are configured per instance. This way the operator can choose to enable SASL on non-production instance before he chooses to introduce it on a production instance. In this demo I'm just using one instance for which I am going to enable SASL support. I go to the Instances page, click the corresponding instance and then Edit Instance. Under Security I will now find SASL listed as a supported authentication method, and you can also see that it's listed as the first method. By ticking the checkbox, I enable SASL support for all environments that fall under this instance. This concludes the changes for the Axual platform operator. Now that SASL support has been enabled for my instance and all environments that fall under it, I will show how simple it is to generate credentials for an application and use them in a plain Kafka Producer app. I will first go to Applications, where I have already created an example producer application. I click the application to go to the detail page and I select the development environment. Now I can see my application is already authorized to produce to one topic, namely test string. I just need to generate credentials for my application so I can use them in the app itself. The blue dot also tells me that authentication information is missing. I click the authentication button and a modal opens showing all enabled authentication methods. In this case SASL and SSL. The order as set before on the tenant level is respected here. By simply clicking Generate New Pair, I can create credentials, which I can copy-paste into my application configuration as long as the modal is still open. If you forget to store the password in a safe place, you cannot recover this information and you have to create a new pair. I can now copy-paste the information in an application which I have already prepared. Next, I start the app to see if messages are produced successfully. By looking at the logs, it seems that messages were produced successfully, but of course I can double check by going to the Browse and Search in the self-service UI. I close the modal, click the stream, and go to Browse and Search. Search in environment development in the last hour, and you can see here that the messages that are listed were just produced shortly ago.